You are listening to Chapter 2 Lesson 1 of Form 3 Cameroon History. Cameroon General Education. Narrated by Wacheseh Academy. Reasons for German penetration into the interior. 1. Economic. To secure raw materials such as ivory, palm oil, kernel, etc. To explore and exploit mineral resources believed to be abundant in the interior. To have direct contact with the producers in the interior and buy cheaper. To secure markets for their products. To monopolize trade and prevent the British and French from diverting trade. To secure fertile lands for the establishment of commercial plantations. To increase German investment and provide more revenue and jobs. To conscript laborers to work on the plantation. To conscript carriers for the transportation of German goods. To easily recover debts owed by the natives. 2. Social. To promote German culture and check English and French culture. To promote Christianity and check the spread of Islam. To completely suppress slavery and the slave trade. To secure enough land for German settlement. To carry out scientific research and discovery of the people. 3. Political. To have effective control of the territory. To prevent the British and French encroachment. To fulfill the hinterland theory of the Berlin Act of 1885. To establish administrative units all over the territory. To reinforce German influence and authority to the people. To properly demarcate the international frontiers of Cameroon. Methods used by the Germans to penetrate the interior. 1. Administrative method. By this method, the Germans collaborated with the friendly chiefs and kings of the interior who later on accepted to hand over their territories to the Germans, for example Fon Galega. 2. Military. The Germans carried out punitive expeditions against those groups of Cameroonians who refused to accept their rule. It usually involved wars, forcing the tribe concerned to accept German rule. For example, German expeditions in Wacheseh and Garoua in the early 1900s. 3. Treaties. This method involved signing treaties between the Germans and local chiefs, which gave control over certain territories. They were different types of treaties. Sale contract. This involved the chiefs and kings handing over part of the land to the Germans in exchange for German goods and money. For example, the contract between the Warman firm and King William of Bimbia. Negotiated treaties. This was signed between two parties who had some reservations for themselves. Peace treaties. This type of treaty usually came up at the end of military expeditions. The terms were most often imposed or dictated by the victorious power. For example, between the Douala kings and the Germans after the Germano-Douala War of 1884.